Yeah, we're in another year.
We're in a whole nother year.
Oh my God.
Happy New Year to everyone from Yob and I. And here we are at the second part of the Zardoz Art Gallery tour.
Yeah, and we even have the man, Tom Zardoz, with us.
Tom Zardoz is in the chat.
In the
Not
chat.
He's not in the house because we're not in the same house together. So technically, I can't use that term.
Yeah.
But speak up, Tom. Say
Hi there, I'm Tom Zardoz, the wannabe collector that trying to create a nice exhibition here, and I hope you join us in this tour and to also to enjoy the art that we are featuring today.
I think
from almost 50 artists in total
wow,
in the whole gallery.
that's a lot. Yeah, that's why we needed to do the second part because it's such a huge gallery and lots of people. And I think you succeeded in doing a nice exhibition. I'm gonna stop waving.
I have a I have a question about Cryptoart Week Asia. I'm a little bit out of the loop, but what was the kind of how did this come about? Could you explain a little bit? And what it
I
includes?
was asked to collaborate with this event by lending some space for artists in the metaverse. So many artists were joining this exhibition, and the organizers needed help from galleries to showcase the arts on Cryptovoxels and other spaces like Somnium and
So it's a
Decentraland, but I think that all is focused on Cryptovoxels.
Okay.
And so I chose some of the pieces that I liked to place them here, and they will stay for a bit longer than the end of January, probably until the end of February. They will be still up, and that's how I met also these amazing artists. They are really cool people, and it's really interesting to interact with unknown artists to our Western audience. So it was a nice experience to meet these people.
So all of the artists who are included in this exhibition of the Asian Cryptoart Asia are artists based in Asia.
So it's curious because in 2002, right in the first SARS pandemics, I was living in Singapore. So I had a bit of living experience in Asia. And curiously, the organizers of this event are also Singapore based, and it was fun for me to go back to my time in Singapore and to interact with people from there too. But yeah, basically it's it's a showcase for artists based in Asia. I'm not sure exactly what the requirements to participate were, but basically it's people that are currently working and living in Asia.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think you have a nice selection here. We're gonna focus a little bit on the art. What do you think, Ilan?
That's what we do at Cryptoart too, is we focus on the art.
Yeah, after a long introduction, we do that every time.
Yeah.
But let's move
But
to the
it's
art.
good to have some ground to work on. I just was curious, like about the event and how it came about. So
Yeah.
that's a good starting point. So, where do you want to start, or should we choose something
just,
randomly?
Just choose like this one that is showing around already in your screen a little bit to
This
the right.
one over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And I came earlier and took a look a bit on the art like I normally do before these events. So this one was tokenized in Maker's Place, and as far as I understand, like this art is all still in the artist wallets, So that means if you buy it, you're gonna be buying directly from the artist. So the gallery space is provided just as a showcase. It's not like, for example, other pieces we're gonna show later here, the Zardoz gallery, that are owned by Tom. So this you're gonna be buying directly from the artist. Yeah, and so this one is as part of a series of 5 works. It's about time, variation, and infinity. Shape and dynamics inspired by Tai Chi, and each piece represents one of the 5 elements, or Wuqi. So yeah, it looks really nice. And would you guess which element is this, Ilan? What do you say, just by looking at it?
What? I'm sorry, I just got hypnotized. What?
Yeah, that happens actually. So this is part of a 5-piece
No, I was just joking.
Ah, okay.
I'm not hypnotized. I'm enjoying the piece, but I'm not hypnotized.
I'm sure you are. Water. You got it. So I think, the intent was clear. And did you look before, or you really guessed?
No, I just guessed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's water, but it doesn't even matter that it doesn't, like, I'm not even bothered by the fact that if I didn't know, I don't know. There's something really beautiful about that.
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
curious to check the other ones. I'm gonna check the artist profile later.
It's an interpretation, but it's a really beautiful one. Like, it's very mesmerizing and very calming. If I like had a square LCD screen in my apartment for showing just digital art, this would be like one I would include on a day, like on one of my days of the week, to relax. Relax and contemplate and think, but not too long, because then I feel like I just turn into water myself, and you'd have to slap me out of it, throw a brick at me or something,
and mop you off the
and
floor.
mop me up, my blood off the floor. Anyway,
all right,
we can move along now.
Yes, let's move
to the right.
Yep.
Joquette Arias, the name of this artist.
Yeah, so let me.
You got any background on that?
Yeah, I got slightly stuck, but I'm gonna.
Beautifully rendered piece.
I just like to add some information about this piece, because it's.
Please do.
Browse around the gallery. You can see it's not actually much my style. I don't am so much a fan of hand-drawn illustrations.
No.
Just a few cases I enjoyed, but this piece, I really liked it. So I chose it to the exhibition because I don't know, it's just beautiful. Okay, it has the VR glasses, kind of overused element, but not in this case. Don't ask me why, but I really like this.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that every single artwork with VR glasses is, too obvious. Some are really beautiful. I actually own one that I commissioned, and it's really beautiful, and I can attest this happens. This one was tokenized on, I guess, on Rarible. Yeah, on the Rarible collection. And originally is a ballpoint pen on paper, 8 inches by 10 inches drawing. Year of the drawing is 2018. So those are kind of like old model, actually, VR glasses, I imagine, from 2018.
Well, this is actually, and what's kind of interesting too is because it's using these goggles where you put the phone in it. So it's not this sort of high tech, like what's going to be or what is even now. It's like a view of the past. Someone viewing of the past technology. I don't know, it's weird. It's like kind of retro.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's got handwriting on it, and it's yeah, I think there is some meaning in this one. It's not just an exploitation of a sort of mythical ideal of VR.
Mm-hmm. And I like the colors a lot too.
Pretty.
All right.
Let's move on to the next one here.
Yep.
Slowly.
Yeah, because it's really big. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh. So this is Cyber Shakti. Oh, by the way, I want to make a nice design decision appreciation note about putting the names of the artists at the bottom on the floor. You wouldn't do that in a normal museum, but in a VR museum, it seems really, really. It's a nice touch, I have to say.
Yeah, and I like the floor itself, actually. I just noticed. Did you notice it's different from last time we were here?
Yeah.
It's this kind of I guess raw concrete floor, and looks really nice.
It's a nod to real
Yeah.
museums.
I actually also have a nod to gray floors. I think they make the artwork pop a lot. So, all right. So this artwork is called Cyber Goddess, and it has a brief description: goddess incarnating in cyberspace via pixels. So
I just listened. I just listened to an interview from Cyber Shakti, and she's a really lovely artist, and she basically wants to send feminine, energetic vibes through her art, and I really like that. So it's she's always playing with the feminine aspects of religious and mysticism, and mixed up with glitch art. So I think it's a curious mixture of elements, and I really enjoy this piece.
Yeah, and I also have to say that for me, a lot of, maybe I'm just too old, but for me, a lot of glitch art is just too fast. Almost like seizure-inducing.
Yeah, this is more meditative.
And this is a really slow glitch art, and I have to say I'm a big fan of slow glitch art, actually.
Yeah. And people who do fast glitch art, don't take this as a note as that you should do that, because there's plenty of fast glitch art that works for me. I just think that this person has gotten a nice balance of an element of glitch as a painterly complement to the image that's there.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
I think you got it. It's very painterly, indeed.
And
I wonder about the symbology of like the three heads and things like that. My minion, but I don't actually know. I'm just wondering.
Oh, it's interesting. It's interesting also this kind of the noise at one bar, and at the same level as the heads, and then below that there's this kind of soft material and the softness of the skin.
Yeah.
It's really...
It's a great composition.
It's a really nice composition.
Okay, so let's keep moving, otherwise we'll have to come back for part 3 of
Oh my lord, that would be so terrible. Tom, wouldn't that be awful?
Oh, yes. I don't know. Let's do it more like in a party way in the third part. So let's talk about it later. So let me talk about this piece.
Please.
From Baby Trust. As you know, I like this trend of digital escapism, or like atmospheric ambiences, or like a simple empty room rendered. I like that, and the Eggridge has been doing this kind of thing for many years, and I really enjoy this. And this is, I don't know, it's simple, it's quiet and beautiful. It's not doesn't suffer from the over architecture, minimalistic pomposity from latest works I have been seeing around. So I like this one.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I just checked the NFT. So basically it has just the title, and the title is Abandoned, and there's actually no description provided, which actually makes you think of exactly like that. Something abandoned is something you find, but you probably removed from all the context that used to be there, and things got erased by time or vegetation growing and things like that. So it has a similar feeling, and I like this choice actually a lot. And I see that this was minted using this new OpenSea collection that only mints to the blockchain when you buy. So that's kind of like an interesting feature now that they are offering for artists, so you don't have to pay the gas fees when you mint, because it's actually not really minted. It's kind of like pre-minted or something like that. So that's quite interesting, and I wonder how that's going to develop, if more people are going to do that, and how collectors feel about that. This was my kind of side technical commentary on it.
Is that dot at the bottom there? Is it
What dot?
You see this like kind of faint gray dot at the
yes,
bottom?
yes, I think it's a lens flare is part of the
Yeah, it's
image.
nice. It kind of looks like the button on the bottom of an old iPhone, like the home button, which is, I don't know, like probably not intentional. But also, I think one of the things, the difference between a lot of the interior shots that Tom was referring to, the difference here is the darkness of it, and also that it has things that are not visible, and that the exterior is more prominent than the interior.
You feel so.
Yeah,
interesting.
for me, I feel like you're more aware of the light from the outside and what's going on the outside than what's going on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah, like usually these are more kind of like those kinds of environments you're talking about are very like sterile somehow, and this is the antithesis of
Cool.
sterile. Of
Alright.
course, I always immediately think of the Russian director. Why my brain. He always does this to me. That director.
Yeah.
I always forget his
We'll find.
mind.
We'll figure out.
You know, the one who did like Solaris and. Help me out here, people. No.
Let me put
Not
Russian
today.
director Solaris.
Yes.
But you can also move to the.
Yeah, I'll move on to the next one.
We just got the artist here.
Tarkovsky.
David Praz is here.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, well, we're saying Tarkovsky. This is kind of a Tarkovsky scene for me,
Yeah.
in a way, and I love his films, and so yeah, if it's a nod to Tarkovsky, great. If not, check it out, Tarkovsky
Yes,
films.
it's him. It's him.
Yeah, it's
And
him.
actually, it reminds me of Stalker movie.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah, Stalker, precisely, or even The Mirror. Some scenes in The Mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, by Pras, for coming by and being with us while we talk about your work. I hope we've done it justice.
Yeah.
All right, next one,
Okay.
Fabien.
So this
This
piece, you wanna
this
talk?
piece
Tom?
is a bit. Hello.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I like this piece because it features the also kind of overused effect of blending images through AI algorithms. But this is nicely done, so it's not overused. It's really subtle effect, and the music is just beautiful. So I like the composition. I like everything about this piece, and that's why it's here.
Yep.
So enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I think it's interesting when we see these things that are overused, as you were talking, and then you see a very subtle and well thought kind of use. It's really a gem. I agree. So this one has in the description, dove deep down into the ocean where light seldom slits through, hit a piece of gold there, and searched everywhere for what's true. So it is like a hidden nugget of gold in the bottom of the ocean that you picked for the selection. Thanks.
Yeah, I love the ambiguity of what it is, and I love when things kind of taunt you into trying to believe, into fixating on something, and then keep on shifting. It looks like a uterus a bit when I first looked at it, and I see kind of faces.
Yeah.
It's really nice. All right, groovy. I'd like to say I'll move on to the next one.
Yeah. I think that's the last one from the selection as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
As a big one.
I'm gonna play it a little bit because it's really pretty.
This piece, I like it even if it's also featuring a bald 3D character, and but I really like the way it's done with the blur effect and the smooth animation and the proportions of the piece. I think it's a beautiful one, and it's not overcrowded of elements or shiny flashing stuff. So I really like this, and this is made by Rudderboy 3000. He's actually the organizer of the whole Cryptoart Week Asia,
Nice.
and he's based in Singapore, and that's it.
Cool. So would you consider nominating it for the Zardoz special mention of bold 3D character NFT?
I'm not voting on my own awards, of course,
Oh no,
but
okay.
I mean, let's play fair.
Well,
So
if your vote was worth more than other people's votes, then I would think so. But
yeah,
I would argue that if enough people vote, you are allowed to vote.
I don't think you should influence the vote by making any comments.
yeah. So since it's the first edition of the Zardoz Awards,
Zardoz.
I'm still thinking if the final decision will be by popular voting or what I want. So
I thought
I'm
the
thinking
popular
about
was a short list, right? The popular vote would create a short list of.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly, and then I will choose from the top three of each
Okay.
category.
Yeah, then you shouldn't vote. If you are part of the committee that will select the short list, then you shouldn't vote.
Yeah. So basically, my idea is this year the committee is me, but next year everybody that voted this year will be part of the committee.
Oh, that's nice. So it's kind of like the Academy, the Oscars, there's an Academy that votes for them.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's a mix of the Oscars and the Red Seas in the same ceremony. You know, there are two kinds of awards. There will be the Golden Award, and then there will be the Colorful Award for the special nominations.
Nice.
So it's a mix of glamour and fun.
So
At the
Ilan,
same time.
maybe show. I think there's a guest book here in the gallery, right? Where people can. Yeah, there you go. So people can sign this guest book, and it's actually the form where you can nominate artworks for the Zardoz.
Right. And while you're doing it,
So-
you can sing the Zardoz song.
Oh man. Yeah, I have to. I know some nice musicians probably will do like a glamorous, epic orchestra soundtrack for that.
For the gala, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So
I
maybe
wa-
I will probably search for sponsors for the gala to make it more glamorous. I don't know. Still thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, I can talk to Karen because she has the Cryptoart wearables brand, and because wearables minting was paused, they only released the one piece so far. But maybe until the gala, there will be more dresses available. But even the one already released, you can kind of put it together in crazy ways and make several outfits out of it. So I think you can probably count for the gala with at least one couture wearable designer as participating.
For me, probably I'm taking one of those dresses.
Cool. All right. So
What's next?
I think now we can show a little bit of the rest of the collection,
Okay.
like the permanent. Is it because you have a permanent kind of collection, and then you also have artists that you represent and sell their works, right?
It's a bit confusing actually in the space. Some people ask me, okay, but do you own everything, or why is that these 3-4 specific artists with spaces dedicated for them? And so I'm trying still to reorganize the gallery so it makes things clear. But basically, I have my own collection upstairs. From here, we can go there later. And I represent. I don't like the word represent because it's like so old-fashioned, like the traditional art market, and it's not exactly like that. So I call myself a supporter. I support some artists with the technical aspects and with the expositions and the promotional and so on, mostly because I like their work and they are my friends, and I just want to showcase their work because I think it's they are hidden gems yet in the crypto art scene.
Okay.
Well, Diego Rich actually sold a lot in Super Rare, so he's not quite a hidden gem anymore. But like Orla, Yuri Tuma, and Pablo, Hey Pablo, are amazing artists, and I just love supporting them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have to say that, I mean, for my personal style, and everybody has their own personal style, like Orla, I really, really love his stuff. It's really great. And of course, I like the others too, but it really, speaks a lot to me. So maybe.
Yes, we could go to just quickly check Pablo's
Yeah, Pablo is here
work.
on the ground floor, so it's quicker. Yeah, we should go first.
Yeah.
You
So
do.
let's move there.
Yeah, let's move.
Just follow Tom.
So, well, basically, Pablo is a great pop art in Spain, and he started doing animations, digital animations, way before crypto art. And so I thought that his style of critique, social critique, would be a perfect match for the crypto scene. So I invited him to create a collection based on a real paper cards collection he released in 2014,
Uh-huh.
if I'm not wrong. So the Tomorrow People collection, there is a real version of it. And oh man, there is a tree here.
No, this is actually Crypto Couture dress. We'll put it there.
Oh man, it's so cool. Welcome.
Welcome,
is it-
tree.
It's
Well,
Make actually won this beautiful wearable in the Mint-based Advent calendar. So Crypto Couture was a sponsor there, and
Man, it's
and
amazing.
it's really great, right? It's wearing it really well. I agree.
It's like Homer Simpson getting
I'm
into
a
the
bush.
around. Okay, let's go back to Pablo.
Okay.
And
Distracted us there. You
Mike-
succeeded in distracting
Yeah,
us,
Maki
Maki.
stole the moment
Stole the
for a
show.
bit.
so yeah, okay. So Pablo started again this collection. No, she left. Oh no, where is she? Okay.
It's
So,
okay.
He started a new collection because in 2020 the world went so crazy that it deserves a new collection. So he started creating these animated cards, and the problem is that the cards format in Cryptoart it has lots of prejudice because there's so many cards collections around, and 90% of those are not really art. But anyways, I consider these ones one of the most thoughtful crypto art ever, because every card tells you a little story about this near future we are already living in.
I was looking at one of them. Maybe if you can talk to me about it a little bit. It's actually one of my favorites. It's the Clubbers.
Oh man, okay, let me explain that for you.
Okay.
Because Pablo and I, we love a dance floor, so and now since all clubs are closed and will be closed for a long time, we miss it a lot. And basically to club, it's like an ancient ritual now.
I see.
It's like a thing from the past, and clubs are getting closed, and so this basically tries to send you the mood of an abandoned club experience.
Yeah, it's
the
amazing.
one that you are never getting again.
Oh, yeah, it's very nostalgic, sad, and I must agree. So thanks
Basically,
for the
that's-
thanks for the explanation. I
It's
like
also
it.
a little bit like the VR clubs where you have dance clubs and you go there and they're kind of empty as well because
Yeah, exactly.
who really
exactly.
wants to dance in a VR room?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I think that Crypto Voxels should improve their dance moves because right now there's only like this kind of silly chicken
man,
dance
it's
thing.
this silly chicken dance. I get embarrassed if I try to dance in a virtual party in Crypto Voxels.
Yeah.
So be Nolan, listen to us.
Yeah, B. Nolan, get those dances in there. Didn't he hire someone who was like,
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that project.
well, like everything else, it's just
Yeah,
ongoing process.
Yeah, eventually. Okay.
Okay. And just to finish this little explanation about Pablo, he just released a special pack.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah, it's back
So
here.
for the price of a regular card, you get not only the super special video card, but also 2 random cards
Hmm.
for a quite fairly price. So
Yeah, I was
I love
looking.
this piece.
I was looking today and it seemed like a great deal. But then are they completely random? Like how is Pablo gonna choose the ones that they gonna send to people?
I mean, it's like semi-random.
Okay.
We selected the pieces on the random generator program.
Ah.
So we have a list of the cards. So the first buyer will get those 2 cards. The
Wow.
second buyer, so we have a whole list of already selected randomized cards.
Okay.
But of course, if someone buys 2 packs, I'm not giving him a repeated card.
Ah, okay. So it's repeat proof.
Is repeat proof.
Excellent. Sounds good to me. Okay, and so maybe you can also, before we leave the Pablo section, talk briefly about these other people who are half submerged. Because I think those are quite interesting too.
So basically, in this, also in like 25 minutes, Pablo himself is starting a live streaming DJ session in this screen.
Uh-huh.
So let's all come back after the tour and listen to him. He's going to make a great Italo disco and house selection. And also these 4 guys here, it's the blockchain streamers. So it's like, it's a nod to the liquidity pools. He actually drew one of those in the past, and I told him, man, let me explain you what liquidity pools are, and he just laughed hard and created these 4 pieces.
Wow. So, are each like inspired into like a specific liquidity pool, or it's a more general concept?
It's a general concept.
Ah, okay. So it's not like right now I'm looking at the Rari wet pool or something like that, or the.
No. I mean, Pablo is a crypto artist, but he's not a trader yet.
Okay.
So
Yet.
I think he didn't get deep enough on each currency.
I
But
see.
we can actually see some of those here. I don't know. The first one definitely is Tron, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know. The 4th one, I would say it's Bitcoin.
Okay.
Even if you cannot create a liquidity pool of Bitcoin, I think, in the proper way. But anyways, so these 4 pieces are really nice. They are not animated in the gallery, but in the NFT they are animated.
Hmm.
All right. Thank you. So maybe should we check? We have a few minutes, like I guess 20 minutes, because we want to leave some time
That's
for
pretty
the
good. Usually
DJ to
we
start.
when we check, we have much less. I think it's like 5 or 3, or we've
Yeah,
gone
be-
overtime.
Because I decided to say this before we arrive at that point, so you keep that in mind.
Okay.
So I was thinking of going to the top floor, to the permanent collection, let's call it. How do you call it?
I'm not sure if I should call it like my personal collection or my permanent exhibition or my museum. I don't know. It's the pieces I own. And that's it.
I'm just laughing because I'm watching the bush go up the staircase.
Oh man, the bush is amazing. We need to. Make, you should be the tour guide next chapter together with us.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing. I cannot stop laughing at it.
Okay.
Okay. So let me show you my latest acquisitions
Yes, please tell us.
because they are really nice. So there is this 2 new generative projects called F-Block Art and Art Block IO.
Yeah,
They
those
are
are
creating
amazing.
amazing generative collections. I just love those, and I couldn't resist myself, and I got some because they are really cheap. Of course, they sell out in like 5 minutes, but at least you have 5 minutes to buy them.
Well, you got a couple of each, so you did well in 5 minutes.
Yeah, so they are really cool and they are really cheap. They made like 512 editions for each collection, so it's amazing. I love those. And also, I just found out this little guy that that showed up on Rarible with just 2 pieces and really cheap. And then I started buying from him. This guy Soso Guter.
Oh, okay. On this wall here.
Yes, and his work is getting even better all the time. So, and they are still like simple, non-animated images that I just love. So I had to buy some of this guy.
Very cool. I like them too.
And follow me then. Then we have 3. Oh man, this hallway here is probably my new favorite area of my collection. So we have these 3 pieces from the generative collections I told you before. I think they are really beautiful because they are not, these collections are not completely for EVs, like colors and dynamics of the elements and so on. So actually you are half author.
Right.
Of the pieces.
So before you mint, you can play a little bit with the parameters.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You can change many parameters that randomize things or change shapes and sizes. So it's really fun.
Cool. Yeah, it's very nice, and I think some of these artists are actually been in the space for a while.
Brad D'Amico is one of the early people I'm familiar with and a fan of their work as well.
Yeah, and then now it's nice because there are these platforms where they have different artists that create the generative code behind the art, and then you can use that platform to mint it. So it's like a one place where you can find several generative art projects by different artists, and I think it's really cool.
So nice.
Very good.
On the other side, I have 3 videos that I like. Well, Ima Kras is a friend of mine that I helped her onboard the crypto scene because she's also have been doing digital animations for a long time, and I said to her, hey, you have to mint those. These are cool. When she's a really pro illustrator, she worked for Forbes and for and she's really modest. Okay.
Yeah.
So here he is.
I see this is her Genesis piece, and there are still 4 editions left. If anybody is interested in acquiring art from like a newly to the scene artist, I think this is a really great piece.
Yeah, I'd buy one of hers if I had money.
Yeah. So first, buy something. Someone buys something from you. You can reinvest the money into other artists.
Or they could just buy it themselves and then gift it to me.
Yeah, let's talk about wash trading later.
Yeah.
That's not what I was talking about.
I know. No, she's really she's actually minting new pieces now, and I saw those pieces in advance, and they are really nice with a really feminist, strong messages, and really cool pieces.
We need lots of that now. Thank you.
Yeah.
And these other 2 videos. Sorry, Lenara.
No, go ahead. No, I was.
No,
Go ahead.
Okay. So these other 2 videos from Zunino and Waku Katukus. However, I don't know much about them. But the Zunino video got me attention because it reminds me so much of those Star Wars HUDs and displays. So this has straight connection to my inner child.
Mhm.
So I just love it.
There's a lot of these on in the crypto space, but this has a nice elegant simplicity to it. It stays focused.
But they are cheesy.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
they
no,
are
this is
like
elegant.
badly made, and this is elegant
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, I
So
agree.
Yep.
that's cool. And the other video, I just realized that this video is actually a simple technique from an application. But even then, I really enjoyed this piece
Yeah.
because it has a perfect loop. It has 60 frames. It has a really high resolution, and I love the colors.
Yeah.
Actually,
And the
it's
composition
the same
too.
colors I use on my club, so I just love that.
It has a nice composition. Usually, some people default to like having like a circle thing in the center, but this is like this has like something going on
Yeah.
beyond that.
I'm a big fan of the colors as well, and maybe you can actually use it as some decoration for the club
Yeah.
at
It's
some
about
point.
put it on the ceiling or on the floor of the club. I just try to. But the problem is that this video is ultra high resolution and the performance. That's because this video doesn't autoplay because
Okay.
it takes lots of GPU power.
I see.
So I'm not sure if I should use it as decoration.
Okay. It's beyond decoration.
Yeah. So those were my last acquisitions
Okay.
for the gallery.
Thank you.
And so it's up to you. I'm just talking
Yeah.
too much.
Maybe
I
we
leave it
can
to
go
you guys.
to the annex, like beyond where Tom is, and then we can see some of Yuri and Yuma. Sorry, Orla and Yuri. I totally mashed the names.
So Orla is one of the artists we onboarded in our workshop, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. But then I guess they were not so into it until they got like a friendly nudge from Tom.
Yeah, usually you need a couple nudges before it takes hold.
There's a time where they struggle with the technical aspects of minting pieces and gas fees and so on. So I always have to make this push, as you said,
Mhm.
this ping. You know, like, hey, come back. I can help you with that. Don't worry about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is a bit overwhelming to when you start to get into this weird technical aspects, and then you pay these gas fees and you don't realize, so what is it that I'm paying for? What it is, miners? What is that? What proof of work? What are you talking about? So great job.
I really like this Orla piece, the black
The
and white
animated one?
Yeah, I love that. I really because I like sort of like high contrast things,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also like as I've mentioned before, there's some level of ambiguity about the figures
Mm-hmm.
and the way they kind of move back and forth. It's like a dance,
Yeah.
but it's also kind of constantly this move between static, a balance between something static and movement
Mhm.
and dynamic, and but it's because it has several different configurations. It's you can't and the timing is just right that you don't get enough of each pose, so you end up wanting to watch it more to see the patterns of
Yeah.
the poses, and it's how simple is that in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be this fast thing. It doesn't need blinking all the time. It doesn't need to be so many colors. It doesn't need to be 3D. It can just be this thing that is evocative of form. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really like that.
So yeah, you
Yeah.
actually said pretty much what's in the description of this piece. I mean, but much more, elaborated. The description says a matter of fight, dance, party, and pose, and
Yeah.
those are cutouts from wrestling images.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Groovy. I mean, it's funny. I can be very poetic, but then I can just say groovy. it just upends everything.
So, boop. And then to the right, we can actually see these images that are part of an installation, right? Another of the Zardoz parcels.
Oh, we're gonna move around from Orla's.
Yeah, I was gonna move.
We can
Oh
move on.
no!
No,
Yeah,
wait.
just don't teleport there because teleporting CryptoVoxels is so ugly. And
Okay.
I
What?
invite everybody to go there and take a look on the installation, but not now
Don't
because we
teleport.
probably are not going back
Okay.
ever to the
Uh-oh.
gallery.
Oops.
Ilan just did it.
I thought I was playing the video,
Oh, okay.
but actually, you know what? Hey, I don't care. This looks gorgeous.
Okay.
So they can see one of them now, and it worked fine. So I can jump back though, but let me just give me a moment. Let me just enjoy this.
No, there is a teleport back on the parcel, so you can
I'll just
easily
go
come
back
back here
one.
to the gallery.
Yeah, I just did a back button action.
Yeah. Ooh, saved by
better.
the back button. Cool.
Always use the back button. That's my motto. So where are we gonna looking at this or what
I think maybe people teleported.
Well,
Yeah, I hope they managed to come back.
Okay, cool.
are these over here also teleports? These are videos, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have good news actually about these two artists, Orla and Yuri, because all their sales on Rarible got cancelled.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
In this global event from Rarible to just reset all old contract sales. So their prices are going to be much lower. I said to them, guys, take the opportunity and make it lower because you price it with, they priced it. I helped them calculate the prices when Ether was like $400. So they were like 2 Ethers or 3 Ethers, and I said to them, guys, Ether is now much higher in dollar conversion, so let's adjust those prices.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah, that's
so
good. That's good. That's good because otherwise it would cost actually, right, to adjust. So now this was like a nice
Yeah, it was like a
Exactly.
freebie.
a free thing. Cool. So we're gonna check it out for new prices. And if you go to the left a bit, Ilan, you're gonna see like some more. Those I think are mostly stills, or are they also videos? I really like them.
stills.
Is
Yeah.
there a these are what are this? It's like photographs that they're doing something within Photoshop or they look like
a
About
kaleidoscope.
huh?
Oh, Yuri has a really crazy line of work. He takes photographs and he selects like really small parts of each photograph, and then he creates like this pixel art from these little pieces. But there is no Photoshop manipulation in the sense of like creating shapes and colors. It's all taken from photography.
Amazing. Yeah, it looks like you pass it to one of those little. It's not a kaleidoscope. It's another thing that like a prism with several cells things where you put an image and it repeats like that. It's really cool.
Photography. All work from Yuri to the right, they are photographs. Even this video at the end of the hallway, that's like a beehive. It's all it's an analog video. It's not digital.
Cool. Very nice. Cool. So I think now we have like 2 minutes before we finish and the DJ set will.
2 minutes really?
Yeah, so we have like a
Transition.
little time between one thing and the other,
Okay.
and people can hang out also and check the rest because there's still more art to check. And also I think we set up a bar as well downstairs, so if you
Right.
want you can get a glass of champagne like the same one Tom is holding. Actually, Tom is holding the original champagne. Now there's the rosé is the version that is available.
Yeah, I was
at
gonna
the
ask
bar.
him what he was drinking.
Yeah, it's one of the first ever drink wearables ever minted. Not the first. I think the first was like a coffee mug actually.
Oh.
But maybe it's the first alcoholic
It was
one.
before Nisla went into the
Oh
beer
yeah,
business?
yeah. It was way
Right.
before.
Okay.
So it's the first. I'm holding a Nisla cocktail. It's actually more, kind of scrumptious. Yeah, there you go.
It's like a banana daiquiri or something.
And,
Like blueberry daiquiri or
And this
something.
champagne is a bit low resolution, actually less voxels, but it's like an OG alcoholic wearable. So
Okay.
yeah,
So we're done.
I
All
think
right.
so. What do you have some closing remarks, Tom?
Oh no, just I really have to thank you both, Lenara and Ilan, because you brought me to the crypto art scene. So you are the genesis of all this. So I'm really thankful to you, and it's bringing me lots of joy and fun. And I always love digital art, but to be part of it and to showcase these beautiful pieces, it's just makes me really, really happy.
We did it because we knew you would say this.
No, I'm just really happy. It's been fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
you
really
can blame us if it goes wrong. You can just blame us too.
Yeah, we'll take that as well.
and also, Lenara, I remember when you when you 8 years ago you told me to create a Bitcoin wallet, and you said to me, send me your address, I will send you a Bitcoin, when the Bitcoin was like $1 or something like that. I never sent you the address, so
Yeah.
I never got your Bitcoin.
Yeah,
And
missed on that.
I'm a mini pizza guy because of that. So,
Cool. Well, I know. I hope some of your new tokens will go to the moon and make up for that.
yes, I have some shit coins around, but they are all in the red now because I FOMO'd. I FOMO'd a lot, and so I'm not getting any profits at the moment.
Well, you can just blame us. All right.
Yes.
So thank you again so much. So with this, I guess we end the tour, and people are invited to go downstairs because the live DJing is about to start, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And so see you downstairs.
See you.
Okay.
Grab a champagne. And
Until next time, we
Yep.
are Cryptoart Tours.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.